if you want to go to a fashion school to upgrade your skill as a fashion designer and you do not have 500k and above, that upgrade is not for you. But anyway, depending on where you go to a very known fashion school, that 500k is not enough for a school fees. Okay, this video is focused on anyone who wants to go to a fashion school to upgrade, not just starting from the beginning. This is not for beginners, but for upgrading. Okay, upgrading means that you've actually learned before, you know how to do a thing, but you want to advance in it. That is what upgrading is about. Okay, this video is for you, right? And again, I need you to understand that upgrading is not about you just learning how to make a corset and bridal wears. Those are advanced courses, but that is not what upgrading is all about in fashion designing, as we all have the thinking of. Upgrading can come in any area of fashion designing. It can come in what you already know how to do. It can come in basic things that you know how to do but want to be more proficient in doing them. That is upgrade. Okay, so if this video is what you would like to learn, please watch to the end and let's get the best part of it. You to understand is that you need to have the right mindset and be determined to achieve your goal. Remember, your mates are in fashion school learning from someone who already knows how to do it and making it easier for them to understand. But in this case, you want to upgrade by yourself without having someone to teach you directly. Of course, someone is going to teach you, but not one on one. You're not going to be asking questions and the person is answering you. You're going to be doing everything by yourself. Okay, so be determined that you can actually do this. Have the right mindset that going to fashion school is not a bad idea. Have the right mindset that you learning from the comfort of your home is equally not a bad idea. All right. So once you've done this and you believe with the right motive that this is what you want to do, not because it is a waste of time for you to go to fashion school, but because you may not likely have the means to do it. Be focused on what you want to do. So once your mind is made up, strongly focus on what you want to do. Believe me, you're going to achieve it. So next we want to do is to acquire the proper tools and materials that we need in order to achieve our aim. Now, the fact that you don't have the bulk money or the time to go to a fashion school and pay money in bulk does not mean that you're not going to spend money. You need money to buy the tools, you need money to buy fabrics, you need money to buy other things, data, or yeah, airtime, data that you need to achieve what you want to achieve. Watch different videos online, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and all the rest of them. Okay, so know that you need money to do this. Now, the next thing you have to do is to choose the area you want to upgrade on. You cannot upgrade on everything at the same time. Just like I said, upgrade is not just about corsets and bridals. Upgrade can be anything. Now, let's just say we want to choose corsets. You can also choose suit making. You can choose um, that manipulation dresses and all that. But let's just say we want to go for corset since that is what is in vogue. You can also choose streetwear, it's also in vogue. But let's say we want to go for corset. For someone who is learning on his or her own, you need to get focused on one particular thing, perfect it before you move to another thing. Don't see a design today, you want to do it, you see another today, tomorrow you want to do it, you will totally get confused. So focus on one thing at a time. Now that we have the topic we want to focus on, which is the corset, we want to understand that there are different methods of achieving a corset dress. There are different types of corset dresses, right? What you have to do at this point is to get your pen and paper and list out all the different types of corset dresses that you've ever seen or heard of. If you don't know, you go online and type different types of corset making or different types of corsets. You're going to see so many lists of the types of corsets. Now you take your pen and paper and write them down. Okay, this is how we are going to do it. Now understand that the basic of corset making is your bustier. If your bustier is not right, you might find it difficult to make a corset that fits properly. So top on the list, you're going to learn how to make a proper bustier that arranges the bust very well and cinch the waistline. The purpose of corset making is to make sure that the waistline becomes smaller or well cinched in such a way that it gives a nice shape, and then you can have exaggerated hip. Okay, now once we have this list of the corset, we begin with the bustier, learn how to tighten the upper bust and the lower under bust, and also the waistline like I've said before. Now, understand that there is also a cupped bustier. It can also be a corset. When you know how to make a cupped bustier, your corset making journey is quite easy. Now, in this bustier or cupped area of the bust, you're going to learn different ways of finishing it. Are you going to be using a ready-made cup to finish it? Are you going to be to pad it? Are you going to be using a homemade bra cup to pad it? You need to learn how to do that as well. Are you going to be caging the bust area? Are you going to do a cupped caging on the whole bustier caging? There are different techniques to do this. So you take your pen and paper, write it down, and begin to practice. Start from one particular one. You can start with a ready-made using the ready-made cup. You can start with making a homemade bra cup for it. You can also learn how to cage and flesh out the bustier area when you use your boning to do it. Now you're going to learn how to do different boning techniques. Learn that there are different sizes of the boning. We have the sewable bone and we have the plastic bone, which is not sewable. Okay, there are different sizes. Know the sizes that fit the cup area and the sizes you should need for the waist area. Okay, there are different techniques of sewing the boning, that the bone channels that you need to learn as well. Now, you depending on the type of corset that you want to do, you need to learn the different materials that are suitable for them. Are you going to be using making a transparent corset? What style would you be doing with the transparent corset? Are you going to be working with a silk fabric? What kind of finishing technique would you use to achieve that? Now we have inbuilt corset. How are you going to achieve that? What finishing technique are you going to use to achieve that? We have the overbust corset or the Victorian corset. Which material would you be using? Ankara? What will you use to um, wrap the boning in such a way to give it a very nice outlook? Are you going to be doing the invisible boning or the placement on top of the fabric? Those are different ways that you can make your corset dress to come out very beautiful. Now going to the back, are you going to be have what kind of lacing do you want? Are you going to be using the eyelet or you want to use the loop method? Okay, what is the difference between the loop and the eyelet? Which of them would you want to use? How would you go about finishing the modesty panel or the panels at the back? How do you finish it? These are different ways and different techniques that you can learn to achieve what you want to achieve. Now getting to the hemline, we have different basques. What type would you want? What is the hem going to look like? You need to also achieve this. Now, I would advise that if you choose a particular style, you want to use a different finishing technique to finish it. You choose another style, you use a different finishing technique to finish it. By so doing, by the time you make three, four dresses of corsets, you would have different ideas of how to achieve it in a very neat and fine way. We also have the corset gown that comes along with the skirt and the top together as a gown. You join them together as a gown. And we have, like I said, the inbuilt corset where you have to place the skirt on top and then use your needle and thread to attach it or go to sewing machine to join them together. Those are different finishing techniques that you can use to achieve your corset dress. So there is virtually different ways to achieve this. You need to take pen and paper, write them down, and begin to put this into practice. By the time you make as much dresses as possible, you're going to find out that you gradually become an expert in doing it. Okay? One thing you need to have at the back of your mind is that when making this, don't do it like this is just what I'm doing for myself. Learn to do it properly in such a way that you have the feeling that you're being paid to do this. And if you don't deliver, the person is not going to be happy with you. So make sure that whatever you're doing it in a very professional manner, right? You're making it in such a way that the person you're making it for is going to come back. You're making it in such a way, have the mind that you have a teacher you want to submit this assignment to. By so doing, you'll be determined to achieve what you want to achieve. Now, corset making comes with different things. You can go ahead to learn how to make the hip pad, which will help to bring out the person's hip area to help achieve the aim of making a corset dress. Because based on the shapes that we have here, just the corset alone may not be enough to give you that hourglass look. You need to exaggerate the hip. Now, how do you make a hip pad for someone who wants to make a corset dress? You can go online and learn that. You can also pay online to learn how to do this. And of course, I have a class on how to make a hip pad. In case you need it, send me a message and you'll be in class. Okay, apart from the hip pad, we also have embellishments, how to embellish your corset dress. You can learn how to do this from using the applique to beading to fabric or lace placement. There's so much more for you to do. But gradually, like I said on earlier, you need to have the right mindset, get determined, get focused, and you can actually do this. So the purpose of this video is to tell you that if you do not have the money to go to a fashion school to do this within 3 months and 4 months, you can actually stay in your house and begin to practice. The point is to focus on one thing at a time. Don't try to carry everything at once. You can learn how to sketch out a design. Once you see a design, sketch something and add different things to it so that by the time you finish making a whole dress, you would have achieved different techniques into the dress or different design into the dress. Different, what you use one stone to get different breads. All right. I hope you achieve something from this video, especially in the area of corset making and things that are related to corset making. Now, if you think that your corset making has become top notch, you can then move to other areas like the jacket making, the streetwear. So you can actually use this method to achieve other things that you want to upgrade on. And if you find this video interesting, please hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification, and I will see you in our next video. See you. Bye.